Hey Charlie, hey Chapel, it's Grammy here again. I want to read you a story today. I brought one of my friends to read with us today. This is Curious George. And the story I'm going to read to you today is a story about Curious George. It's called Happy Valentine's Day, Curious George by N. Angelo. Valentine's Day is a special holiday. It comes every year on February 14th. And it's a day when we let those people that we love know how much we love them. Let's find out what George does on Valentine's Day. This is George. He lived with his friend, the man with the yellow hat. He was a good little monkey and always very curious. It was Valentine's Day. George and his friend invited the neighborhood kids to celebrate. George was so excited. If I open this door, what do you think we'll find? It's the neighborhood kids. They've come to celebrate Valentine's Day with George. First, George and his friends decorated the house. You can see they're hanging streamers and putting a pretty cloth on. And here's George. It looks like he's getting into the candy. George loves balloons. How big could his get? He got it big. He got it bigger until pop! He put so much air in his balloon that it exploded. Then they decorated cookies. There were 3 colors of icing and many different kinds of sprinkles. The icing looked nice on George's cookie. If I open this flap, what do you think George is going to do? And it was fun to juggle too. There's his 3 kinds of icing. 1, 2, 3. He has red, blue, and purple. Now what would they do next? Make Valentines, of course. George made a special card for the man with the yellow hat. See the man? He's bringing a box. What is this? That big box was certainly very interesting. Perhaps George could create something with it. He thought, and he thought, and then he had an idea. George put a bow here and some glitter there, and then he cut a hole in the top. George was making a fancy box for the Valentines his friends would give him. Everyone began to clean up, and before he knew it, all that hard work had made George a very sleepy monkey. Soon the man with the yellow hat and the children came looking for George. Where could he be? All they found was a big box. There's the children, there's the man with the yellow hat, until the man lifted the lid off the box. And out popped George. And they were all so happy to see him. The children all cheered, "Happy Valentine's Day, George!" And that's the end of Happy Valentine's Day, Curious George. I brought a special bag today. It's a Valentine's bag. And in this bag are some of the things that George used to celebrate Valentine's Day. Look, it's a bow. Remember Curious George put a bow on his Valentine's box? We'll let him hold the bow. What's next? It's a card. Let's see. It's a Valentine's card. Maybe George could give that to one of his friends. Oh, here's something interesting. Look, it's a cookie cutter. It's maybe like the one that George and his friends used to make their pretty Valentine's cookies. Oh, here's something. This is something yummy. It's Valentine's Day candy. Remember George was getting into the chocolates? Maybe his was kind of like this one. We're almost done with our Valentine's things. I found 2 more things. Little hearts. We could use these to decorate with. But wait, there's something special on the back. Look, there's a message. This one says, Grammy loves Chapel. And this one says, Grammy loves Charlie. And you know what? It's true. Grammy does love Chapel. And Grammy does love Charlie. And you know what? There's lots of people that love you. Grandpa loves you. And your mommy and daddy love you. And your aunts and uncles love you. But most of all, and best of all, God loves you. Happy Valentine's Day, Charlie and Chapel. I hope it's a fun day.